Hi, folks. We're here to talk about our weekly. Hi, folks. We're here to talk about weed, pot stocks. Now, I'm not a licensed stockbroker, so please just take this as education. I'm here to talk to you all about cannabis stocks. Now, if most of you know, I've over the last few months invested into Canopy Growth Corporation, Aphria, Aurora, Cannabis Wheaton, some of the bigger cannabis companies in Canada. As most of you know, just last week we had full legalization in Canada, and that's on a federal level. So all these companies that are poised for huge growth will actually be growing a lot of cannabis and distributing the cannabis around the world. Take a look at Aurora, for example. They're going to be probably the second biggest cannabis company in the world. And the reason is, over the last few months, they've made a lot of acquisitions. Aurora bought Auxly down in Australia, which is a large licensed producer. They also bought out Pedanios, which is a pharmacy in Germany and throughout the EU. And they'll be able to sell their cannabis through their own pharmacies, being reimbursed from the German government in euros, which are quite valuable. This is going to position them to be such a profitable company. Let's take a look at hemp. Now, as you know, with legalization of cannabis, that also means the legalization of hemp. So when you have hemp being grown from sea to shining sea, then you're going to be able to take that hemp, you're going to be able to take it and turn it into oils, biofuels, plastics, clothes, all these things that were, quite costly to make before. And then lastly, we want to talk about how to do this. How do you invest as an investor? Well, like I said, I'm not a licensed broker, so just take this as education. But what I do, I open a little account with TD Ameritrade. I fund that account, and then I buy these stocks. I research them, and I find out that, yeah, these guys actually have small market caps, but a really big growth plan, and they're, growing top quality cannabis, and they're going to get it out there around the world. So I believe in this. I believe in what they're doing. Some of the companies that I really like right now would be, of course, Canopy Growth Corporation, Aurora, Aphria, the Green Organic Dutchman. I like Emerald Health. I like, there's so many good ones up there. And I really do like Cannabis Wheaton. They recently changed their name last week to Auxly Cannabis, but they're going to be getting a little bit of everybody's action, selling it on a wholesale level. I think that's brilliant. I think that they're going to do wonderful things. Lastly, there are some great companies here in America that I'm looking closely at, such as MPX Bioceuticals, Ianthus Capital, and several others. These guys are going to be large licensed producers here in America. They're going to be growing a lot of cannabis, turning it into oil, and then getting it out there into their own dispensaries where they can sell their own product to patients. And I just think that this is going to somewhat revolutionize the world. It's going to create a lot of tax revenue. It's going to build the infrastructure in the country. It's going to build communities, and it's going to bring people into these towns, to grow the cannabis, bring money into these towns. I just hope that these licensed producers do it right. I hope that they, in bringing all this wealth into their companies, distribute it well as well. I hope that they give to the poor and the needy. I hope that they hire people that really need the jobs. And I hope that they can take a little bit of these profits and give it back to the communities where they're doing business, and then also just into the world in general, help other communities out there. I think that would be very nice and very good. Well, other than that, that's your weekly update on the cannabis stocks. Things are happening. They're happening fast. So health and wealth to you. God bless you.